Magandang buhay everyone. Welcome to my channel, NBM Tutorial. As an initial presentation, you will witness a video about the nature and forms of electricity. This is a video lesson which is intended for the students both in senior and junior high school taking up electrical installation and maintenance. To start with the discussion of our lesson, let us first have the introduction. Machineries and other equipments in the industry are operated by electricity. It is very evident that electricity is one of the primary needs of man nowadays because of the numerous things it can do for his convenience. The use of gadgets such as video players, radios, and cell phones are clear examples of electrically operated mechanisms. The improper use of electricity may be risky to man's life and may result to shock, fire, or death. Now, let us start the discussion. The first thing that we have to understand is answering the question, what is electricity? Meaning, we have to define electricity. There are so many definitions of electricity. 1. Electricity is responsible for many well-known physical phenomena such as lightning, electric fields, and electric current. And it is put to use in industrial applications such as electronics and electric power. Okay, another definition is electricity is the presence of flow of electric charge, meaning the electrons, in one direction. Another definition, electricity is a property of matter that results from the presence or movement of electric charges. Meaning, if we are going to sum up the meaning of electricity, we can simply say that electricity is an invisible force that is capable of producing heat and light underlying the universe. From the last definition, an invisible force that is capable of producing heat and light underlying the universe, it really talks of what is being given in the introduction. Now, let us go to the brief history of electricity. Now, electricity is discovered by the ancient Greek in 600 BC. BC stands for before Christ. This is the point that motivated an English physicist named William Gilbert, who became interested in the study of the strange behavior of amber. With this idea, he went deeper into his observation by trying numerous substances aside from amber. From those works, he noticed that the substance on his hand, when rubbed with a piece of cloth, attract bits of paper and straw. It is for this reason that motivated William Gilbert to publish his book entitled De Magnete in 1600, meaning 16th century. He made use of such term, De Magnete, which means electric attraction and electric force. This book is still used and recognized today. It is for this reason that William Gilbert was named as the father of electricity. Now, we're able to have the definition of electricity as well as the brief history of electricity. Now, let us have the forms of electricity. Electricity is generated and generally classified into two forms, and these are namely, one, static electricity, and number two, current electricity. Static electricity is the kind of electricity that is produced by means of friction or by potential difference. So, static electricity is produced by friction or by potential difference. Or sometimes it is being called as the electricity at rest. The other one is the current electricity. Current electricity is defined as an electricity which has charges and which are in motion, causing the continuous movement of charges in the presence of pressure called electromotive force, or sometimes being called as EMF. So, mind you that EMF stands for electromotive force. That is why electricity or current electricity is the electricity in motion. There are kinds of current electricity. One is direct current electricity. By the way, what is current electricity or direct current electricity? Direct current electricity is a kind of electricity that is flowing in one particular direction. The usual direction of this form of electricity is from negative to positive. A good example of direct current electricity is the storage battery, or simply the batteries that we are using from the motorcycle, that we are using in our motorcycle, in our automobiles, and the likes. Number two is the alternating current electricity. As the term implies, it is defined as the direction of the current flow in this type of electricity is alternating. This particular kind of electricity is generated usually from AC generator machines and from the electric substations. A good example is that the electricity of this alternating current electricity is the electricity that we are using right now. It is being generated from the substations, or it is being generated by turbines from the generation plant such as the Ambuklao Dam, Caliraya Dam, and some other dams that is using the power of water or the hydropower plant that is creating electricity, and that created electricity is distributed automatically to the substations or to the distribution stations of the National Grid Corporation, formerly the National Power Corporation. And those electricities stocks from the stations of the NGCP is now distributed among cooperatives, such as in our place we have NECO 1, NECO 2, and some other cooperatives that is distributing the alternating current electricity. Next, we have the three essential aspects of electric current. There are three essential aspects of electric or electricity, and these are namely: 1. Electromotive force, 2. Current flow, and 3. Resistance. What is electromotive force or EMF? Electromotive force or EMF, or sometimes called as voltage, is being represented by the capital letter E. It is defined as an electrical pressure that causes the movement of electron from one point of the conductor to another, and the current flow to the conductor due to the differences in electrical pressure. That is, from one point of the conductor with an excess of electrons or the negatively charged to the other point with a deficient number of electrons or the positively charged. Now, the unit of measurement used for this electromotive force is voltage. This voltage was derived from a scientist named Alessandro Volta. And voltage is represented by small letter victory or small letter B. Next, we have current flow. Current flow is represented by the capital letter I. Current flow refers to the flow of electrons from a point of origin which has an excess of electron to a point of less electrons. That is why it is said that current flow from negative to positive. That is the same as that of what is flowing in a direct current electricity. So, current flow, as I was saying, is represented by capital letter I. The unit of measurement in current flow is ampere, which was derived or which was named after the scientist Andre Marie Ampere. The last one for the essential aspects of electricity is the resistance. Resistance is represented by capital letter R. It is defined as the opposition of the flow of electrons from a point of origin which has an excess of electrons to a point of less electrons. That is why it is said that current flow from negative to positive. If we are going to analyze what is being or what is the definition of both resistance and current flow is somewhat the same. Now, as I was saying, resistance is represented by capital letter R. The unit of measurement for the resistance is ohm, or sometimes it is represented by the Greek alphabet omega, or this Greek alphabet omega, or the unit of measurement ohm, was named after the scientist George Simon Ohm. Thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe and click the notification button.